Dave knows how.
Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to show you something that can happen with your tractor backhoe. This is something that'll happen if you are digging up onto a hill. The way this happened to me this time, this has happened to me several times. I got the stump out right here, and I was cleaning the bottom of the stump, and the stump was up kind of high, and I was up behind it, and I was clawing at the dirt to clean the dirt off of it, and this happened in that instance. Most of the time when this phenomenon happens, it's when the boom is not tilted down, it's straight up. And we're gonna fire the tractor up, and I'm gonna show you what's going on. Right now, the boom will not operate. The dipper will operate, the bucket will operate, but the boom will not operate. Let's crank the tractor up and take a look. So go ahead and put the outriggers down. You can see we can run the dipper out, we can run it back in, no problem. Bucket works, no problem. But the boom will not go down. It won't go up, it won't go down. It's basically stuck. So the boom is stuck. And like I said, the way this happened to me this time was I was cleaning a stump. I was trying to get the dirt off of it, and the boom was a fully retracted position, and I was using the dipper and the bucket and clawing at the dirt on top of that stump. And as I was doing that, the stump rotated up, and when it did, it put pressure on the boom, and it sent the boom back that way. And when it did that, it sent it past the pivot point of the hydraulic cylinder, and now it's stuck. This is something that has happened to me several times, so I thought this time I'd make a video showing it. You know, the first time it happened, I really freaked out about it. I was, really scared that I did some damage, but I went on and got it loose and went on using the tractor. So how do you get it loose? Well, I put a chain to this tree over here. So I got a chain tied up here kind of high on the tree. And we're either going to attach to the boom right back here at the hinge point. Let me rotate the camera around so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so, you can almost see that the boom is like more straight up and down than it should be. So we're either going to attach right here with the hook, like that, and just drive forward. Or we may be able to extend the dipper out and hook the chain to the bucket and curl the bucket in and get it to pull back that way. A lot of times if you try to do it that way, the backhoe is so strong that it'll pull the tractor that way, and you don't want that to happen. So typically I just like to just ease the tractor forward. So we're gonna do that. Go ahead and put these outriggers up. All right, so there you go. You know, it's a little frightening when that happens, but I think you can see now. This is all the way up with the boom. Okay, this is the boom part of the backhoe. This part over here. This is dipper, and you got your bucket. So you can see now the boom is angled more this way. Before it was like straight up in the air, way too far. And like I said, it just went past that pivot point down here, that hydraulic cylinder that's inside of here. Connects here and right down in here somewhere. I think it's down at the bottom maybe. Anyway, or it's actually on here. It's on this piece. So when it gets tilted back past that point, you got a little bit of a problem. So, you know, like I said, the first time it happened to me, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. I thought, shit, man, I done broke this thing. But since then, it is actually, as careful as I am, and I am very careful, it still seems to happen to me. But like I said, you know, trying to clean that stump was kind of high off the ground. We'll walk over here with the camera and take a look at the stump. And you can see exactly how high that stump is up off the ground, and maybe you get an idea of why this happens. Okay, so here's the stump, and you know, basically I was knocking the dirt off. You can see a bunch of the dirt right here. I was just pecking at the dirt just to knock it off a little bit, and I went to rotate the whole stump around with the dipper in the bucket. I had the bucket on there, and I curled the bucket a little bit in to rotate this thing around, and when I did, I didn't realize I had the boom all the way up, and it had the tractor on a bind. Basically, it picked the whole back of the tractor up, and then when the tractor went down, it hinged that boom back, you know, past the pivot point. So if you run into that problem, I guess, you know, don't totally freak out. Just, you know, put a chain to a tree, hook it up on there. That's what I do. I don't go wide open, you know, as you've seen. I go as slow as I possibly can go with the tractor and just kind of ease forward. Once it gets past that pivot point, boom, it'll flop down. You know, then you just got to basically run your hydraulic back up, because you know, you've lost some hydraulic pressure in there, which is a good thing. You know, you don't want a lot of hydraulic pressure on there when you're trying to pull that thing back anyway. So, you know, if you turn the tractor off and work the valves around a little bit to release the pressure, you know, then you won't have any pressure on that cylinder, and you can just pull away and let that thing just flop right down where it needs to be at. So, anyway, hope this video helps somebody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.